What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another comic book haul video. I did just finish recording another one and I completely forgot that I bought this set that I'm about to show you guys for the first part of the haul. But anyways, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This video is probably going to be uploaded on a Thursday or Friday, one of the days, and then on Wednesday of this week, I'm going to be collecting another comic book haul. Maybe not as expensive as what we got going on here, but this is from like a 2 weeks thing. But anyways, let's go ahead and start right away with minimal cutting. This first book for this comic book haul is not just one singular book, it is a set that I bought from a comic book store that I love going to, and it's from My Adventures with Superman. Now, I have been a huge fan of the show. I personally think the show is very lighthearted, it's so much fun to watch, and I'm very, very excited for the next season. And I believe they recently just announced My Adventures with Green Lantern, which is with Jessica Cruz, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I am, but you know. But I have all 6 issues here. This is the full set, and I did buy the homage cover to, I believe it was issue 4. I will post a photo here. It's supposed to be a homage to Dragon Ball, and I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. I know it doesn't seem like that here, you know, behind my wall, but I grew up with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball has been one of my favorite anime, and it was such an amazing variant, and I loved it so much as a tribute to what, you know, unfortunately happened. And again, this is the first book for the haul. It's all 6 issues in one little, bag and board. And I cannot wait to read it because, like I said, I'm a big fan of the TV show. It's such a good show. If you haven't watched it, I believe it's on Max still. And it's very lighthearted. So if you love it, cool. You know, hopefully you enjoyed it, and it is my recommendation that you guys watch it. As for the comic book, I have no idea. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna find out. And now, as I mentioned in my last comic book haul, I do have a book called Godzilla vs. Hulk. I don't know if I'm gonna be picking up every single one of these that come out, because I did pick up the Justice League vs. Kong vs. Godzilla. That is a mouthful, but I had to buy it because look at this cover. This cover is silly as hell. I'm also a fan of Godzilla, but not to the extent of Kong. And again, who doesn't love reading things like this? Godzilla versus Hulk, like, brother. Like, really? Come on. And then, you know, I also had to get the variant for Godzilla versus Hulk. This is one of the variants that came out. There was another variant that looked pretty cool. It was like a poster board type of thing. It was like Hulk versus Godzilla, but it's like 2 boxers looking kind of stance, which I'll post the photo so I don't feel like I'm just like, you know, talking out of nowhere or talking nonsense. But that was also a pretty cool variant, but I got this one. That variant that I'm talking about was not available at my store, but still, I haven't read it, but I'm excited to read it because this is one of the books that we're going to be reading for my comic book night in my Discord. And now the next book that we have is Web of Venomverse issue 1. I believe all of these Web of Venomverse or Web of Spider-Verse are coming out as one-shots. I don't believe they're coming out in like several issues. I think this is all like a build-up for the Spider-Verse versus Venomverse. And I felt like I should probably pick some of these up because I need to understand like what's been going on. And it involves characters that I personally have never seen before, because if you look at the cover, there's like a Venom brat and there's like a Venom child. I'm not sure what's going on here. And again, I had to pick it up because, you know, why not? I figured I might as well give Venomverse another chance. But in this way, because I didn't like the run itself, but maybe in this one I'll probably enjoy a little bit more, so we'll see what happens. And now the next comic book for this comic book haul is the Flash, Absolute Flash issue 2. I'm sorry about that. This is the regular cover of the book, and to be honest, I've been having a lot of fun reading this book. As a big Flash fan, I was a big fan of Grant Gustin's Flash for the TV show. I mean, the show did kind of go, but you know, it's a different story. And obviously we have our kind of like hit or miss with Ezra Miller, but I was not a fan of the movie at all. That movie sucked. It was terrible. Never again do I want to see something like that in my life. I don't know what was going on in that film. As for comic books, I personally love what they're doing with Absolute Flash. I think it's a very interesting story, and especially since we kind of all grew up reading, or I believe grew up. Hold on, my mistake. I forgot that sometimes not all of us have been reading comic books like crazy or watching TV shows. You know, but I basically grew up with Justice League Unlimited, Justice League of America, Justice League the animated series and stuff like that, which I always wish there was a more representation for the Flash, because I feel like the Flash deserves its own video game similar to like the Arkham style. And I understand that Arkham, like for Batman characters, is pretty simple. I think if they wanted to go like a more easier take, it'd probably be like Green Arrow, Black Canary, even Wildcat, you know, stuff like that. But I personally think that the Flash deserves some recognition. I wish they didn't cancel the Wonder Woman game either, because that would have been pretty nice to see. And maybe another, you know, Superman, one that's not like the N64. Please, dear God, that game was also bad. And because I bought the second issue, I was taking a look around to see what kind of variants they have. This is one of the variants for Absolute Flash issue 2, which I personally love. There were some other variants that were, I think in my opinion, a little bit better, but not in the sense of like this artwork is bad. It's just I think the presentation of the book, it came off a little bit like maybe I should have picked that one up instead. But the reason why I picked this one is because I kind of like the more detailed look of the costume. Something that I'm really a big fan of when it comes to comic books. I like seeing the details of the costume, which is why if you've ever watched the movie Crisis on Two Earths, where they introduced the crime syndicate, Owlman's suit in that story looks so nice. And then they brought them back during the New 52, which I also love the suit in that one. But again, I chose this variant mainly for that. I'm pretty sure, you know, everyone has their own preferences with variants, and that's the beauty of variant covers, is that you get to pick one that you really enjoy, and you also get introduced to a lot of amazing artists that work on the variant covers themselves. And now a book that I've actually been having a lot of fun reading is the DC X Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. If you have not been reading this, you definitely should. This is issue 2. This is the regular cover. Big fan of this work. There's so much going on. This is a true love letter to those of us that have enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog growing up. I'm using that term again, or phrase, growing up. Or just a big fan of either or. I love what they've been doing. They've been making the team-ups work perfectly in this book. I'm a little upset that it's only out of 5 issues and it's not, you know, a full, you know, 12-issue run. But hopefully in the future we see more. But I cannot wait for issue 3. And I've been enjoying this run, man. Like I have a smile on my face because everything about this book is so nice to look at. There's little like references to games like Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure 2. And then obviously if you're a fan of the Justice League, you got like your own little stuff in there as well. And it's just a cool book, dude. I've been loving it, to be honest. I've been loving it a lot. And now the last comic book for this haul, I'm laughing because I almost dropped this book, but is the DC X Sonic the Hedgehog 2 variant cover. And as you can see, the Sonic the Hedgehog pose, that is a definite love letter to those that have played the original Sonic the Hedgehog games. And dude, the art style in this is so incredible. It is so nice. I am absolutely buying every single variant that they release because they have been killing it with each one they've been releasing. I mean, in the sense of like, you know, not the ones that are like 1 out of 100 and they're charging it like $75 or more. I'm talking about like, you know, the affordable ones, you know, cover pricing, because God forbid you're buying something like that. But anyways, that concludes this comic book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm not sure exactly when this video will be uploaded, but I'm hoping the previous one gets uploaded tomorrow, because today is Monday. And I finally found time to kind of film it, so I do apologize. But as soon as I get my books on Wednesday, I'm going to make time to do a combo call on Thursday, so that way I can have this video going up for you guys by like Sunday or Monday of next week. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in my future live streams or in my comic book videos or any other video you guys comment on. And let me know what you're currently reading. I like to say that even if, you know, we don't get any responses, it's okay. You never know if someone does tell me what they're reading. And maybe they have an opinion on the stuff that I actually did not find enjoyable from the books that I've actually had time to read. But again, I'm excited for everything in the future. Comic books is really nice to get back into. And with your support, hopefully I can even treat myself to some other ones that are like a little pricey, but not too pricey. I'm not trying to go too crazy because comic books are expensive, and I like to have like a little smaller haul than what I used to. I think before I used to have like 15 or 20 books picking up almost every other week, and that wasn't realistic. I had to like slow it down, and then stuff happened, and then I had to really fully stop reading the books, which kind of sucks because I almost did have a complete run of the Batman and Flash Rebirth runs all the way through. I almost had a full run, but unfortunately, it just, you know, stuff happened and I couldn't just get back into it. But again, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the future live streams, and hopefully I'm able to stream a little bit more often here on YouTube so you guys can actually enjoy the content that I'm doing at the same time on Twitch. But if you can't join on the Friday streams, which I do stream on YouTube sometimes, join us on the Twitch channel. We stream there almost every day, or almost every other day except for like Wednesdays and the weekend. And yeah, that's it. Everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the future videos. Leave a like if you like the video. But again, I'll see you all next time, and I can't wait for the next combo call.